Welcome to Minecraft Snapshot 20w48a. I'm looking at the patch notes for the first time alongside you guys, and it looks like we have dripstone blocks and pointed dripstone. So it looks like this introduced the stalactites and stalagmites, and they break if they are not attached to something. It hurts a lot to jump on them or land on them. If it falls on you, it'll also hurt because they are sharp. They can drip water or lava if there is lava above the ceiling. A stalactite with a water source above the ceiling will slowly fill a cauldron below with water. It'll happen the same way with lava. And thrown tridents can break dripstone. Few minor changes: right-clicking a bundle in the inventory now empties one item from the bundle. Using a bundle now throws out its entire content into the world. Advanced tooltips now show how full a bundle is. Candles can now only be placed if there is a solid surface below. Wearing any piece of leather armor now prevents freezing entirely. Changing textures for amethysts, candles, clocks, and compasses. There is also a freeze damage game rule that determines whether powdered snow can deal damage to players in the world. Without further ado, let's hop into the snapshot. So we are going to go ahead and generate a world, and I didn't see anything about new world generation, but I always like to generate a new world in the new snapshots just in case something changed and we can catch it. So here we are inside of a world, and let's just go ahead and check for new cave generation. I didn't see anything about it, and it looks like there is nothing about it. As you can see, this is all just regular caves, no dripstone caves yet. But let's go ahead and take a look in our creative inventory, and it looks like here we have the pointed dripstone and the dripstone block. So let's go ahead and throw these on the ground so you can take a look at them. It looks like the pointed dripstone can come from either the ground, or let's test if it can come off of the ceiling. And yes, it can. So this is both the stalagmite and the stalactite, and it looks like you can pick it up. Let's go ahead and head into survival to see if this is true. So yes, it looks like you can pick these things up. So that is very cool. You might be able to use these for something like mob farms. Let's also go ahead and test out the damage. Let's go ahead and set our spawn just to make sure. So it looks like jumping on it yourself will only deal 1 heart of damage. Let's try out falling on it now. So this fall would usually do maybe 1 or 2 hearts of damage. Let's go ahead and test it out with this, and that is a lot more damage than normal. So if you're falling from maybe 10 blocks, it's probably going to kill you. Let's go ahead and test if you can farm them from the ground too. And it appears that you can, so you don't need Silk Touch to farm this or anything like that. And let's just go ahead and replenish our health. So another thing that stuck out to me is the fact that candles have to be placed on a solid block now, meaning that you have no more floating candles. But I found out that you can still get floating candles if you go ahead and place them on top of a solid block and then break it. I'm not sure if this is a glitch, but you can see you can no longer place candles on top of candles. So it's going to take a little bit of extra effort if that's what you were doing before, but overall not too big of a change. The new command, game rule, freeze damage, we're going to go ahead and set that to false. And then we're going to go ahead and take some of this powdered snow, hop into game mode survival, and then see if we take any freeze damage just to make sure that this thing actually works. And this is actually something that I missed in the last snapshot video, so I guess I'm showing it to you guys now. You've probably already seen it. And as you can see, we do not take any damage, but if we go ahead and set the game rule to freeze damage true, then we will go ahead and start taking freeze damage very, very slowly. This is not a reliable method of killing somebody, but it's definitely not fun to get stuck in. So now if you right click a bundle with stuff in it, the first item listed will come out. So as you can see, we have this dripstone block, that's going to come out, and the other stuff. And yeah, and you can also see the fullness. So right now this has a fullness of 8. If we go ahead and put our powdered snow in there, it's a fullness of 64. So we know that a powdered snow bucket is equal to 64 items, which is pretty cool. using a bundle also releases its entire contents into the world. So if we go ahead and right click on the bundle, you can see that all of the items get thrown out, and I think we can aim it. So if we aim it down, it'll go less far. So this is going to be pretty helpful for storage systems. I think you come back from a day of exploring and you just right click your bundle and it's all flung out into a hopper and sorted. So that's pretty cool. The patch notes also say that if you wear any piece of leather armor instead of a bunch of them, just one, it will prevent you from freezing damage. So let's go ahead and make sure our game roll freeze damage is set to true. And you can see that we are definitely not freezing. We don't see the snow or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. We don't have to wear full leather armor while exploring now. So maybe you'll have your turtle helmet, your golden boots, and your leather trousers. And the final part of the snapshot is the changed textures. As you can see, the clock is definitely super different. The candles are also different, and the compass looks a bit different. The amethysts are a tad bit different, but not too much to the point that you'd actually notice it if you're not looking for it. But that's just a small change that I'd like to mention. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm out. Peace!